We begin in Washington today, where President Donald Trump's tariff war on China has taken a dramatic turn. What started as a warning has now escalated into one of the fierce trade battles that the world has seen. Now, less than 48 hours after China slapped a 34% retaliatory tariff on American goods, President Trump has hit back with an additional 50% tariff on all Chinese imports, meaning that U.S. companies could now face a total rate of 104% on Chinese imports, as it comes on top of 20% tariffs already put in place in March and the 34% announced last week.
That tariff isn't removed by tomorrow at 12 o'clock. We're putting a 50% tariff on above the tariffs that we put on. So they've gone for years. They've become a rich country because of people, again, that were in the White House that allowed this to happen. Hundreds of billions of dollars a year they'd make on us on trade. And it shouldn't be that way.
Now, taking to his Truth Social platform, President Trump warned, quote, any country that retaliates will be met with higher tariffs immediately, end quote. The commander-in-chief added that if China does not pull back its latest tariffs by April 8th, the 50% hike will take effect on April 9th. Now, so far, China shows no signs of backing down. In fact, Beijing has promised to fight to the end, calling Trump's latest move a, quote, mistake on top of a mistake, end quote.
The U.S. abuse of tariffs severely infringes on the legitimate rights and interests of various countries, violates World Trade Organization rules, damages the rules-based multilateral trading system, and disrupts the stability of the global economic order. If the U.S. disregards the interests of both countries and the international community and insists on engaging in a tariff war and trade war, China will fight to the end.
The Chinese Commerce Ministry even criticized the U.S. for what it calls economic blackmail and warned of strong countermeasures to protect China's interests. Meanwhile, Chinese President Xi Jinping is gearing up for important talks in Europe and Southeast Asia. Trade tensions with the European Union, especially over Chinese electric vehicle exports, are heating up as well. But as President Trump widens his tariff net, even countries that benefited from past trade shifts like Malaysia and Vietnam are now facing U.S. pressure. The message from Washington is loud and clear: retaliate and face consequences. But Beijing's message is equally firm: they will not back down without a fight. And as the clock ticks toward President Trump's April 9th deadline, all eyes are on Beijing. Will China fold, or will this trade war turn into something far bigger?
Greeting you with aloha and namaste.
No, I love India.
Presence, occupation of a territory by another country pertains to India, what we saw in Kashmir.
How do you see Trump's America?
Yes, the current administration behaves differently from the previous administration.
Are you saying that there are foreign powers who are trying to bring down the current government in Syria?
Exactly.
Iran, maybe Russia too.
Prime Minister Modi committed to South-South, cooperation.
Not over 50%.
Is Ukraine prepared to pay the price for that peace?
No compromises at the cost of territorial integrity and sovereignty.